Hello and welcome to National Lampoon Live with Harrison Greenbaum. I'm Harrison Greenbaum, and now we got some fancy purple lights in the background. How's it going, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. We are raising funds for the COVID Foundation, which provides PPE and helps support the underserved and frontliners. Donations can be made at covid.cm/National Lampoon. And if you want to follow me on the interwebs, it's at Harrison Comedy. That's on Twitter and on Instagram. Tried to get Harrison Greenbaum. They said it was too long, and I think that meant too Jewy. But it's nice to be here. We're almost in the weekend, but does time even matter anymore? We are joined by our incredible virtual audience, different people from all around the country. So excited to meet them. Let's see, New York, how we doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great.
I'm trying to figure out what you guys do for a living, and I'm assuming based on that hat that you are in a mariachi band. Am I correct? Are you a low-rent magician? I'm gonna figure it out eventually. Are you a private detective in a noir film?
Just covering up bad hair.
Oh, I feel ya. What is it like to be in Brian Seltzer's orchestra? It's nice to have you guys. What do you do?
Accounting, finance.
Oh,
Counting numbers.
Then. And you, man, what's your name? Are you Z? What does the Z stand for?
Zareth. Another very Jewish name.
Oh, okay. And what do you do?
I am also in accounting and finance.
Okay.
For a wine company. So
for a wine company, though, that's exciting. And you said you're Jewish, so it's spelled WHINE. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. Let's see who else we have. We have Brianna. Hi, Brianna. Where are you from?
Hi, I'm from Philly.
Philadelphia. West Philadelphia, born and raised?
Nah, Northeast Philadelphia, born and surviving.
Okay. That's the version of the sitcom I've never seen, but I'm interested in it. I see quite the collection behind you. What's going on there?
It's these like weird stuffed animals with like teeth.
Yeah. And what attracted to them? That they're both dolls and also dangerous to children?
Yes, exactly. A good 2-in-1.
That's awesome. And I see a whiteboard behind you with a message. Are you in a freshman dorm?
No, this is my sad junior bedroom.
Okay. Are you back with your parents?
Yes.
Nice. How has that been?
I mean, luckily my parents are stoners, so it's fun.
Hey, so maybe your dad has that hat. All right.
He probably does.
There you go. Brianna, I also see to your left is that a Mad Magazine Alfred E. Newman collectible?
Yeah, it's on my wall.
That's amazing. Are you a big fan?
I mean, yeah, I like National Lampoon better though, so.
All right, branding. I interned for Mad Magazine when I was a kid, and I was in college. But I remember the first day they sat me down and they said, we're going to drug test you. Is that okay? And I was like, I don't know.
No.
If it comes back negative, you're fired. That's a classic Mad story. Brianna, thank you for joining us. And last but certainly not least, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, potentially near Brianna, we'll find out, is Jesse, who is joining us right after a shredding session where you record the bass line to a rock song.
Oh yeah, you betcha.
Is that a shirt from Rush?
Yeah, if you can tell from the bass in the background.
I like any band that's named after a verb that doesn't apply to their audience going towards tickets. That's fun. So Rush fan Jesse, what do you do?
I used to be a student and currently just not graduated, but the semester just ended last day.
Wow, so you're graduating today?
No, not graduating. Just I'm going into my senior year, but today was the last day of this semester.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, congratulations. That's still pretty cool.
Thank you.
And what are you studying to do?
Film. Studying film at University of the Arts.
And what are you planning to do for money?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Okay, well, maybe you and Brianna can team up. She has a fantastic doll collection. And I'll tell you this, if you stare at the poster behind her head long enough, it will look like it's moving. It's true. Well, Philadelphia, other Philadelphia, and New York, thank you guys so much for joining us. We will check in with you throughout the broadcast, but it's time right now to check in with our comedy panel, also from all across the country. This guy is from Chicago. He's in Chicago right now. You might have seen him on the internet. He's also been on Comedy Central. Give it up for Caleb Hearron, everybody. Hello, Caleb.
Hi. How you doing?
How's it going? I like that you're dressed as the 8th dwarf hippie.
Thank you, Harrison. I didn't have a plain blue t-shirt, but I'll pull it out next time.
Thank you. Exactly. You know what? It's been. I've found things in my closet I did not know existed.
Yeah, exactly. Conversely, I haven't found a single new thing. I've been wearing this and one other outfit every single day for months.
Well, it's good to know what you wore during the color war at sleepaway camp. All right, so you're in Chicago. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Missouri.
Missouri. And how long ago did you make that move?
3 years ago when I graduated college, I came to Chicago.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool. And how's the scene been? It's a great comedy scene.
Chicago's the best. I love it so much. Yeah, it was great until about 55 days ago, I think, and then it stopped.
I like that you were very specific. I feel like if we bend your camera down, there'll just be like tallies on the wall.
Blood and blood, yeah.
All right, so I'll ask you this. I know this is a loaded question. You're in Chicago now. How do you feel about their pizza versus New York pizza?
Okay, you know what? I lived in New York for 2 summers in college, and I ate a lot of New York pizza. New York pizza is like something you can eat on the run, and Chicago pizza is like a whole event. So I feel like it's not even comparable.
I think Chicago at least can say when they say a pizza pie, they mean a literal like pie.
Yeah, that shit will ruin your day.
Exactly. It's a real editor. By the way, our one couple is enjoying this incredibly. She's almost killed her. Evidently, that's what's going to happen. This show, deadlier than Corona. Stevie, where do you lie in the pizza debate?
Pizza bait. Chicago pizza, 1 slice, you're done for the day. New York, you need about 3.
There you go. All right. That's pretty good. That was almost exactly what you said, Caleb.
Harrison, I'm loving our live audience guests. I'm glad they could all take some time off from running their booths at a queer art festival.
Which one should I pull up? I feel like that's a loaded thing for me to do.
Pull
up 2 at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, I have the queer art festival glasses.
Absolutely. Same.
And I feel like Jesse, though, if his career doesn't take off, there'll be a violent outburst. So buy us album. My fear.
Uh-oh.
No, you look very nice, Jesse.
Thank you. My mom tells me so.
Aw, this is great. I love that our show gives these kids something to do away from their parents. Caleb, are you like? I feel like quarantine. States are starting to open up a little bit. Who knows when Chicago and New York will be open up? But like, are you going to shift your diet in any way? Like, I feel like I need to start getting into my not like a beach body, but a post-quarantine body.
Yeah, when this all started, I told myself I wasn't going to go too far out of like what's normal and healthy, but I've been kind of eating like a medieval king. I'm like walking around the house with a turkey leg and drinking like wine all day long, which I don't even drink. I just today started drinking spinach smoothies again because I was like, you got to get it under control.
That's do you like the spinach smoothie? Do you slip something in there to make it palatable?
The trick with spinach smoothies is you got to put in a banana to mask the flavor, but it's still horrible.
Yeah, spinach and banana sounds not like a great combination.
Well, spinach, banana, a little almond milk, it works.
All right. I dig it. And it says here that you're moving across the country. Is that where are you moving to?
I'm moving to LA during all of this. Can you believe?
When is this happening?
This is happening in like 2 weeks.
Holy shit.
That's
wild.
The process has been perfect. I wouldn't change a thing.
Well, the good thing is you can move to LA, and if you don't have any work, so does everybody else.
Yeah. I'll feel very aligned in that way, spiritually kind of connected to everybody and being unemployed.
Because I've had friends make that move, and they're like, yeah, it's so hard getting work. You won't feel it.
I have an excuse.
Yeah, it's perfect. And by the way, you have a fantastic hat, but there is somebody in competition for best hat of the show. She's been on The Tonight Show. She also has a special on Crave in Canada. Give it up for Jess Salomon, everybody.
What up? Oh, thanks for the compliments on the hat.
I like it. I think that hat says the dwarves were being a little bit misogynistic, so you stole their hats and said, peace, bitches.
Yeah, I mean, that's the first move. The next one is cut off their dwarf dicks, but.
How would you even find them? They're very small.
They're very small. It's a bris, basically.
How are you doing? Are you it's you and the wife, and is there any new additions?
Yes, she's like right under my legs here. It's another woman. No, it's a puppy.
Can we see him or her?
Yeah. Okay. Hold on, Esther. Hold on. I gotta get her. She wants me to throw this ball. Anyway, I will get her. But I want you guys, and I want her to know too that she's not a pandemic puppy, okay? And when she gets older, I'm gonna have to show her the adoption papers so she knows that she was planned, and
well, that's
on
perfect
purpose.
planning though. So you got it during quarantine, but this was in the works from the way before.
No, we got her a month before quarantine, so she's
that
still
timing is
the outside world. She went on planes. She was like living the comedian life with us. And now she hasn't seen another dog or human in a long time because we came up to Canada, so we're up in the woods here. Canada, you guys, right? It's like America. We've grown up with two parents that loved it.
How is Canada doing? Because I feel like you guys are doing a little bit better than we are.
I mean, it's just people aren't lining up at gun stores; those aren't essential businesses.
I mean, what's it like having leadership you can trust?
There is, science is, people are into it, and even leaders who are from different parties have been cooperating. So that sanity is nice. Oh, this is interesting. Sex workers even stimulus checks, and I don't think in America I can't imagine them getting anything but hush money. So that's nice. I think.
I keep getting served ads for virtual sex toys, and it's a little too far. Calm down, internet. We get it. We're lonely. I'm not at the point where I'm going to buy. It's like a fleshlight attached to a computer that corresponds with some video game. I'm not going to fuck my video games. Not yet.
Oh my God.
Is Zelda hot? Yeah. But am I going to fuck her through the screen? No.
Wow. I've never
got. If you were to bang a video game character, who would it be?
If I was to bang a video game character?
Yeah, let's put it to both of you guys. Yeah.
John Madden. When he's doing the little, in the pre-thing on Madden.
I mean, he is the namesake of all those Madden football games.
Yeah, I need in on that legacy. I need that money, baby.
I bet you his commentary would be terrible.
Yeah, he's commenting on it while you're going.
Yeah, this is a pretty good job. He's gonna go all the way.
I wish.
I'm gonna get my puppy now that she's like right here.
Yes.
And say that
my God.
This is Esther. Hi, Booby.
This is so sweet.
No, if I don't bring her on a Zoom, like the DMs are just like, why wasn't Esther there? See, everyone just wants to see you. Okay, I'm gonna put her down.
You and Christopher are probably very excited because the dog has a very Jewish name, Esther.
So, yes. So my wife is Muslim, Palestinian. You could tell your parents if you need them to feel better about your relationship. And so we always thought if we had kids that they would have my last name Salomon because it would be an easier life than her last name El Husseini. But we figured with the dog, she could have the last name El Husseini.
Oh, so Esther. So that's the full name. This is a dog with two names.
Esther El Husseini.
A middle name?
Honey, which was the name that she came with. I was trying not to be crazy, but it's Esther Honey El Husseini. That's,
That's amazing. We have one more comic to add to the panel. Charles McBee.
Hey.
I think you're on the other side of Brianna's dorm room. Are you guys social distancing or doing in the same place?
There she is. Hey, Brianna. How's it going?
Man. We're quarantined together.
That's awesome. Charles, who are you with? Do you have any animals to keep you company?
No, I am a lonely soul here. Have you ever been broken up with mid-pandemic? Is
that what happened?
Amazing.
No.
Have you ever had someone
Charles.
say they'd rather risk catching corona than spending another moment with you? It is to die for.
Were you quarantining together before the breakup?
Yeah, no. So it was we were dating, and then remember when we thought that New York was going to be shut down for like a week, and we were like,
exactly. I remember telling my girlfriend, I was like, 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
That's the max, and we're never going to hit that.
It's like, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And then it was like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, jobs are leaving, everything's shut down, and she was like, all right, I'm out of here. And I was like, oh, my apartment? She's like, no, this relationship. Like, oh.
And where is she from?
She's Connecticut, but she lives in New York.
Gotcha.
We'll chat later. I'll tell you who it is.
Yeah. Well, no, I think I know who it is, and I was trying to set up a joke.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Never mind.
Totally fine though.
Anyway, so
none of this
Chun
is
Li
planned.
is the video game who I'd fuck.
Who is it?
Chun Li.
Ooh,
Great
that's
guy.
a good call.
Oh yeah.
I think Princess Peach would be the worst call because she's always getting kidnapped.
That's true.
There's something off about her.
Yeah, that's something. At some point, you have to look at yourself. You have to go, all right, I'm always getting kidnapped. It's me.
I remember kind of being a little bit attracted to like Nala from The Lion King. I know that's not a video game character, but what does that say about me when I was like into a lion?
You're into you and Emma Willman have something in common. Both of you were attracted to Nala. She was I'm less well, wait, how old were you when you were attracted to her?
I mean, up and through college, I feel.
Because I'm less disturbed that it's a cartoon and more disturbed that it's a child.
Yeah. Oh no, I meant me. I was in college. I was attracted to adult Nala, not child Nala.
Okay. Oh,
No, I would fuck an adult lion, Charles.
Yeah, she grows up.
Let's be clear on the record. I would fuck an adult lion. No, I will not fuck a child lion. That seems crazy.
As long as we have that clear.
Caleb, did you have any Disney crushes?
Oh God, I feel like I was watching like Julia Roberts movies when I was a kid. I was not watching a ton of.
Which one? Wait, were you a Pretty Woman, Julia Roberts, or like Erin Brockovich?
Both. Are you kidding? Both. You gotta get both. I was watching I was watching like Law and Order SVU. Everyone at school talking about SpongeBob. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you guys are on, but I'm watching Law and Order.
It's weird how many nude scenes actors and actresses can do, and none of them will have any more buzz than Erin Brockovich showing a little bit of titty.
Oh, that was amazing.
That scene is more talked about than like full on two people nude just boning each other. Nobody gives a shit. But she leans forward. That's like the moment.
And thank God she rocked that.
100%. And we have all Julia Roberts is the right Julia Roberts. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get to our topics. I think we have to talk about it. Plandemic, the bullshit documentary. To be clear, if you're watching this, it is not. There's nothing in it that is of any redeeming quality. But have your friends been sharing it? And how was that? What have you guys seen on your Facebook feeds? Let's start with Jess.
Okay, I mean, again, not to brag about being in Canada, but I don't have these people. Or if I did, like through comedy, I think I must have taken them off. I also wasn't that much online, and I didn't know what this pandemic thing was. And I just thought,
am I the reason you had to watch it or learn about it?
No, I didn't even watch it. I just like read the fact check, and that was enough for me. But I saw the name, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds like a great live stream show. Like maybe I should probably go on that." Just like people talking about their big plans for core that they haven't done. I'm in. You know, it's a great name, and so I didn't know. And then I saw other people just like obtusely referencing a video that they were really upset about, and I assumed it was the lynching video of the guy in Georgia, because that was the only thing I had seen. But I'm like, those people would never
getting upset about for sure.
Yeah, and I was like, those people would never talk about that video in this way. So it has to be like I'm obviously missing something. And then you came in with the email, and I was like, oh, okay, this people like awful video, whatever. And I was like, yes, that was horrific. But then they're like, it's bullshit, whatever. I'm like, no, it's not. Anyway, those were the two things. And so I now know what's happening. And yes, a lot of science, I guess this Judge Judy of the science community has a very terrible track record as a scientist. And is starting a lot of BS. And I guess it got a lot. How did it get so
I heard the dog, even the dog is upset about this. Esther is not a fan of Plandemic.
No, she's very smart. You know, she's the smartest dog that ever lived.
They did ruin a really fun term, because I feel like there were going to be some like there could have been some like basic white girl where they were like, man, I have to do all this for the wedding. This is like a Plandemic. Just it would have been cute, and now it's ruined. Caleb, have you unfriended anybody over this?
Well, you know, Facebook is the place where you see things like this, and I unfriended anybody who would have been doing that a long time ago. But I will say something that no one's really talking about with this is how huge this is. This Judy woman going viral is like a big moment for disgraced women in STEM. And I'm feeling like personally grateful. You know what I mean? If you're a disgraced woman in STEM, it's a hot time to be alive right now. Judy going viral on YouTube. This is big. No one's
By
talking
the
about
way,
it.
Kelly is saying you rock. She has the same last name as you. Do you know Kelly?
I've never met that person in my life. That's my biological mom.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, thanks for watching, Kelly.
She's the sweetest.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I've been actually very excited about the pandemic because I have used it as a way. You know that 5,000 friend limit? I was getting real close to it, and I've been able to trim it down. It's been great. My favorite part of that video is where there's a guy and he says, you know, it's hard for us doctors, and he keeps talking about his patients. He's a chiropractor. He talks about not being able to prescribe medicine. You can't. You're not a doctor. Didn't go to medical school. That's not a conspiracy. Charles, what do you think?
I honestly wasn't surprised at all by any of it. I was just like, oh, more. I mean, we're at the point now where literally the leader of our country told us to inject this into our veins as a way to fight off.
I needed that visual age very badly, Charles. I'm so glad you've turned this into the carrot top of live streams.
I know. So at this point, I was like, yeah, bring it. All your conspiracies. Let's do it. What's his face is going to be eating his neighbor's asses soon. Like it's,
Alex Jones.
Yeah, it's bring all the conspiracies. I don't care. I'll just sit here and watch them like the Netflix specials. It's fine.
It was disconcerting for him to say, I have 2 to 3 years worth of supplies, but if they run out, I'm going to eat my neighbor. And I was like, you have 2 to 3 years. You could plant stuff.
He's like, no.
You could raise cattle. Like you have 2 to 3 years. You could use that time to plan to not eat your neighbor.
No, it's easier to just go next door. I'll just grab so-and-so and just go to town. When he said, I'm going to eat their asses, maybe it was just me. I thought it was the new lyric to a rap song. I was like, I saw it trending on Twitter and I was like, oh, someone Snoop Dogg put out a new album today or something. Like, I said,
Christopher, did you guys see anybody sharing the pandemic? Did you share the pandemic?
What?
What?
I mean, hold on. We're doing our COVID.
Okay, it's a live stream. You can't give it to us. I promise.
They are drunk as shit.
Yes.
I just
love it. Because I love that even in a virtual show, we could still have drunk hecklers. It makes me so happy.
I kind of missed it.
I thought it was not on the screen, but yes, I thought that was super funny, and I do.
Nope.
I love it. This is my favorite thing. Brianna, how do you feel about this weird video?
I mean, I've mainly been focusing on Alex Jones talking about eating ass. Yeah, because he was so quick and willing to just eat ass.
But you know what? If he wasn't talking about actually like ingesting ass as a means of sustenance, and he was just encouraging people to eat ass, we might have found common ground.
Yeah, I would have respected Alex Jones for the first time.
What a position to take. I think I would have been like, wow, what a brave stance that Alex Jones has taken. Just, you know what? Quarantine is hard. Eat an ass.
All bets are off. It's taboo time, baby.
See, it is, but it's like, is he going to eat the ass so the children don't have to eat the ass, or does he just want to eat the ass?
Right. He's a little too excited about eating the ass. It's kind of like we're not even there yet, and he brought it up pretty quick.
Yeah, and it's also the fattiest part. It doesn't seem like the best part of the body to be eating. Not that I thought about this.
After he said it the first time, it was like, okay, I hear you. But then by the 5th and 6th time, I was like, oh, you want me to know
that
you really want to eat ass right now.
That's what he's into. By the way, Jesse is our film student. Hi, Jesse. Did you hear the news about Tom Cruise? Do you know what he's about to do?
Hello.
Hi. Have you heard about what he wants to do? He wants to be the first actor to film a movie in space. He's coordinating with Elon Musk and his SpaceX program, as well as NASA itself. He wants to literally go to the ISIS, which is a very unfortunately named, an unfortunate acronym for the International Space Station. It's a little too close to ISIS, but the International Space Station, ISS. Cruise wants to film a movie in it. Would you ever film a movie in space, Jesse?
The only place I can film a movie right now is my living room, and after quarantine, take me to space, take me to heaven. I'll go anywhere.
I like that. That turned real quick to heaven. I like the idea. If the space thing does go wrong, Tom Cruise will be filming that movie in heaven. Caleb, what do you think about Cruise in space?
It would be the second weirdest thing I've learned about. I didn't know, and people might get mad at me about this. I didn't know he was married to Nicole Kidman for 11 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, big fan.
Eyes wide shut, baby.
I didn't know that shit.
And she's very tall, and he is not so tall. And she would have to wear like flats, and he would wear platform shoes because he didn't like the idea that she was so much taller than him.
Ugh, men are weak. 11 years, that's a crazy time for me to not know they were married. That's nuts.
Yeah. Jess, would you ever film a movie in space?
I mean, I wouldn't say no to any work at this point, including coming up.
If I got a call today being like, we're going to pay you to film a movie, I'd be like, great. And they're like, do you want to hear any other details? No, it's fine. It's going to space. Fuck it. Done. Click.
There's no COVID there, number one.
Yeah.
And I think this is like, I love this for Tom Cruise because it's like such a blockbuster movie star 57-year-old move to be like, there's no COVID, like I'm not going to do TikTok videos with Siri. I like way too I'm going to just leave the planet and go to another is the moon a planet? I don't know, but it's perfect for him. I'd like to see him up there like a crossover with Cocktail, just to see like without gravity, you know.
Ooh, I like that.
And
or risky business crossover, where instead of him like gliding across on socks, he just kind of flies across the room to that same song. Just
yes.
I feel like I could replicate it. It would just go da 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 da. Here we go.
That's
Charles, what would be the plot of this movie if you had to set a movie in space? What do you think Tom should be? What kind of part should he be playing?
This is me?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Oh, I think if
I was semi-distracted by your look, which is I like it that it's old man from here down and boy from here up.
I'm just covering what's up here. I call this, my hairstyle is plantation slave chic. That's all.
I was gonna say more. You look like a child and the guy that targets that child.
What was that?
I was gonna say your look combines the child with the guy who targets that child.
If Tom Cruise were in space, I don't know what it would be. He already seems like he's from outer space anyway. I feel like he'd go up there, start a church, start a new branch of Scientology, and just be like,
they believe in aliens.
Yeah, he believes in aliens, so it seems natural. It seems more natural for him to be in space than for him to be here on Earth with us. I feel like this is where he belongs.
Yeah, I can't imagine the insurance that it will take to send Tom Cruise into space.
Insane.
He injured his ankle on the set of another movie, and it cost the studio, I think it was like millions.
I think this is a plot to just send Tom Hanks away.
It's like Argo. There's no movie. It's just a cover to get somebody out.
No, there's no movie. It's just like, all right, we'll meet you there. And then that's
like, why is there no camera crew? Why am I the only one here? How are we going to film a movie? And they're like, oh, no, we got it covered.
All new shit. It's a new way. We're going this whole new world.
Do you think he expects it to be like a movie set? Is there going to have to be craft services in space?
I don't know. I feel like, though, it's weird for them to say it's the first. We've already had a movie filmed in space. It was called The Moon Landing. I kid, everybody. I kid. No, but I don't know. It's very Tom Cruise. It's very on brand for him to want to film in space. He's done everything else. He's going to do his own stunts. He's going to want to drive the space shuttle. It'll be whatever.
I like that in your mind it has just like a school bus steering wheel.
Like Mario Kart.
Yeah. Honk, honk, get out of the way. I'm driving here. Yeah, he has to, in order to turn around, he has to do the big like, all right, if you guys don't settle down back there in that space shuttle, I'm turning this bitch around.
He's talking to his new girlfriend.
That's right. Who is he dating now?
I don't know. Probably some 12-year-old.
Oh no.
I mean that metaphorically. He's not that he's a pedo.
No, I like it. I want to see if I can stay quiet, how much deeper you can dig yourself. Jess, were you throwing the ball to the dog or the wife? I was.
Yes, the dog. Both butch, technically speaking. No, I'm just.
Yeah, that's awesome. Has it been a relationship test, or has it strengthened you guys?
You know, my wife is a comedian as well, and so we have this duo act that we do from time to time. So we're used with those. I wish I could. Yeah, no. She's being loud right now, actually. But so I'm used to being in a comedy couple where we're forced to work together, and it's been such a joy to watch other comedy couples that are like forced to put out together. It's been such a like, welcome to our hell, bitches. You know. Like,
no, that's amazing. I have seen that. I saw a performance where two comics tried to like split their own jokes as like a back and forth.
Oh no.
It was interesting. Yeah. Caleb, have you done any virtual shows? Oh, sorry.
we did that in our special a little bit.
Well, no, but you guys have been doing, this is like, you've been doing that.
Yeah, we've been doing that. Yeah. But it's still like, there's definitely in the hour of our special, we'd only been doing it for like a year when we taped our special. There's definitely like a good 20 minutes of our own material about each other that we're just like trying to set each other up for and, you know, giving each other lines. But it's like, no, but you can't take the punchline. I need to say the punchline.
So that's awesome. I love that. Charles, would you ever do a comedy duo?
I'm never getting into a relationship again. Wrong comedy. No.
If you were doing, with your ex-girlfriend, was there ever a talk of going on the road together, doing any kind of joint comedy stuff?
No. Oh, I know you're talking about someone else. That's a whole different thing.
Oh no, that was it. Wait a second.
I have to fill you in on everything.
That was the pre.
That was the
no.
pre. Yeah. Oh, it's been a wild ride.
Oh no, Charles.
But would I ever do a comedy duo? You know what? At this point, yeah, who cares? I don't even care anymore. Half the work, like we do, you know, like here, you do the joke. As long as we split the pay, you can have the spotlight. You can do all the jokes. I'll just be in the background doing this the whole time. At this point, I don't care if it'll get me more followers on Instagram. I don't care. I don't care anymore.
And Caleb, you're a lot of the big tweets of yours were you filming yourself, so that's been kind of cool for quarantine in that you don't have to stop doing that.
Yeah, well, you know, the thing I always tried to balance my comedy life in normal times with like, you know, 75% live shows, live audiences, and then like some Twitter video online stuff. So making it all online stuff has been kind of, I mean, it drives you crazy being like, you know, trying to be like, and this is a doctor who, it's like, what is going on, you know?
Have you found it weird as we approach 2 months in? So we're all 2 months from having performed in front of a live audience. Do you find it harder to like figure out what's funny? Like, are you losing your sense of the audience?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Not being in front of, I feel like being in front of an audience, you know, you know, everyone's trying to like, you know, you milk what's coming and then you step back from when it's not. So not having one and especially doing Zoom shows is like, well, you know, I certainly hope this is going well. I have no idea.
Well, we have a virtual audience. And how are we doing so far?
Good.
We're good. We're good.
Well, let's get. What have you guys been drinking?
Still on the reds and the whites.
I
like that you're doing it together.
A lot. So we're having a white. We're having a red. We're having a liquor.
It's a combination. It's a slow combination.
I mean, it's been interactive.
I love it. I love that. But that tomorrow morning you'll be like, what a weird Zoom call I was on. I realized this was on the internet.
I feel like
this has been the best Zoom call I've been on in a long time.
100%,
Most of them are really not good in my
100%.
industry.
No one has actually injected our Zoom call with porn, so we're good.
Oh my God, that happened to me for sure.
Wait, Jess, you've been Zoom bombed?
Yes, I did. Early in the core, I did a Passover Zoom show, and it was skewed a little older. The people that were setting it up, they didn't know about the password, and of course, like, people came on and immediately, I mean, that's a target, I would think. Passover, Zoom, I mean, it was the Holocaust. That is a great thing, or it never happened. And then a lot of slurs. I mean, I used to, not to brag, I used to be a war crimes lawyer, and I haven't heard that much hate speech since I was in The Hague. And and then like, on the screen it was porn, full porn, and just like these older Jewish women. And oh my God,
was there at least one older Jewish man who's like, leave it on?
Well, they were being so tough, you know what I mean? They were trying to like deal with them like they're hecklers, but you can't see them, and they're just coming in your headphones, and it's just so much that you can't. There's no like, oh, nice. You can't make fun of the guy's shirt, you know what I mean? Like it's just there's.
But enough about that hate speech. What are you, Magnum PI? Like just a weird. Oh God. Speaking of weird shit, Grimes and Elon Musk had a child, and the name of the child, I have to look at my paper because I have to pronounce it, is X-A12, which is spelled X, a symbol that's like an A and an E together, which evidently is pronounced Ash, and then A-12. So she has a sort of, I guess, a robot name. Is this even, by the way, California, where the child was born, might not even permit this name to go on the birth certificate because it does not permit non-letter characters in a name. You can't just stick an @ sign and a fucking hashtag inside of your name. This Ash symbol is not allowed. But what did you guys think about this name when you heard about it?
I don't want to hear anyone ever make fun of another Black person's name ever again in my life.
You know what, Charles? That's the joke of the night. It's a valueless trophy. I give it out as much as I want, and yet it still feels good every time I give it out. Joke of the night.
This is the first time I've ever felt bad for somebody born into a rich family.
You know what, Caleb? You know what that it's the joke of the night.
Hey! Oh
no, this is a lot of pressure right now.
Yeah, Jess, be careful.
What's your hot take on this name?
All I can say about names is I'm happy the internet went with Karen and not Jessica, because it could have so easily have been Jessica. Steve, I'm calling the manager. That's it. That didn't feel legit.
Yeah, Charles, I do agree. You're not allowed to make fun of Shaniqua when there's a kid walking around called X-A12 named after, and this is true, the A12, she's named after a plane.
A plane?
The A12 is a type of plane that Elon Musk really likes.
Oh my God, it would have been better if it had been like R2-D2's like friend or something. I don't, you know.
Would it have been better if the thing was named after a fictional thing than a real thing that's still weird?
It would have been less elitist maybe than like some kind of plane.
This is definitely billionaire privilege right here. Yeah.
So further to Charles's point about white people making fun of names from communities of color, white people have for a long time been pretty brave with the Shaniqua stuff, but like where I grew up, there's a bunch of white folks running around named like Ryder and Rifle and Hunter. And this is not the first. This is a long, we've been at this game for a second. Someone needed to go ahead and make it a point.
I 100% agree there. It's always, and I love the Mormons. They're very nice people most of the time. But you see like that Mormon family where they all have just very weird, they're verbs. They're always like man verbs.
Yeah.
Like, this is my child Tank. And you're like, all right, calm down, Utah.
Can I ask you a question? Is California the only state that has this because they have the most people?
There's too many celebrities, right?
Weird shit.
No, I think most states, because when you try to print up a driver's license, that Ash character, the A and the E,
it doesn't compute.
I don't even know if they can display it how do you put it into like a form?
No, it sounds like a very strong password.
You know what, though? I will tell you this. They cannot make fun of her. There's no, like, moving that name.
Yeah.
There's nothing to lock your teeth into, you know?
I once gave a guy mono, and I got called Salomano for a whole semester.
Oh. That's a pretty bad one. Charles, did you have any bad nicknames?
Probably, ew, go away. That one's one I heard quite often. I didn't have any crazy nick because Charles has so many variations that it was always some stupid Chucky, that type of thing. It was like, all right, well, give me something creative. No, nothing? All right, fine.
Caleb, did they twist Hearron ever?
Well, I played football growing up, so all my bad nicknames came from coaches.
Oh no.
Yeah, and it was always something that was like endearing to older men, but to kids it was completely embarrassing. They'd be like, well, they call me like big boy a lot, but then sometimes they'd be like, "Come on, Blue," or like, "Come on, Husky," and I was like, "All right."
Where did the blue come in? Was your uniform blue, or they just pick a random fucking color?
I think it was a reference to old school, maybe. You, my boy, Blue.
That just seems wrong.
I don't know what old men in Missouri are thinking about. I don't know what they're up to.
Oh, and it was Missouri. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that was the movie they went with. It would be weird if you're like, all right, Schindler, and you're like, oh, well, oh no. No, it won an Academy Award, but you cannot take football names from it.
No, I have no list. Get out.
You just made the starting list. No, it's lined up. Never mind. I don't know.
Jess, I make my own. I'm giving it out with impunity. Jess gets it for that.
You know what? That banner is this banner. This is anarchy. Everybody has their own joke of the night. That's amazing. The final piece of news that I saw that was pretty weird, that llamas are evidently a really good way of testing vaccines. They have certain antibodies that look like ours. The only other animal that has any kind of similarity is a shark, which who the fuck wants to work with sharks? Llamas are a lot easier to handle than a shark. But how do you guys feel about the fact that a cure or potential treatment for coronavirus is in the hands or hooves of a llama?
As long as we're not dealing with bats, like I'm fine. I don't want to see another Batman movie. I don't want to hear anything about a bat. I don't want to watch baseball. Just take bats out of the equation, and I'll at least hear you out.
I mean, the whole weird thing about Batman is Batman says he dressed like a bat because that inspires fear. It's his greatest fear is to be dressed. So he's like, I'm a bat. It's my biggest fear, which is, it's very clear that that's why Batman is white. If Batman was black, he'd be dressed like a cop. But I'm a cop man. Hashtag justice. Hashtag what the fuck are you doing, Georgia? Anyway, what do you think about this llama situation, Jess?
I'm worried that llamas are suddenly going to become like the kale of the animals, and everyone in Brooklyn is going to like have their llama, and they're just going to be like, nah, like, just spitting in each other's mouths.
Llamas do spit, by the way.
Yeah.
They do spit. It seems very non-social distance, but this is, I think llamas are cute, and I can see a lot of white people buying them just already on the idea that they're going to become popular. Maybe they could help their family. Because now that I have a puppy, all of the jokes about how gross white people are with animals are retroactively hitting pretty hard. Because
you make out with the puppy? Has there been a tongue kiss?
I have been naked in the shower, washing her for her bath on my body naked, and I'm like, she licks my pillow, and I'm like, oh, she likes my smell. Like, it's so gross. It's so disgusting.
You're just staying on brand, Jess. That's all. Just staying on brand.
I probably understand Tiger King better than any of us.
I personally wish we could work with the sharks on this. I think, okay, so it's llamas for this cure. We test everything on mice. We're evolved from chimpanzees. Why are we all these punk ass animals that we're supposed to learn from? I want to learn from a shark. I want to learn from a tiger. Maybe do we have anything to learn from cool animals?
I think any animal's cool if it made itself on a Lisa Frank folder. Yeah. I want a purple monkey and I want a very turquoise dolphin. That's all I want. We're wrapping up soon. If you have a comment or anything that you want us to see, make sure you put it. I'm pointing towards my screen, but if you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, we have people on all sorts of platforms watching. Also, before we get to our final segment, if you'd like to donate to the COVID Foundation, it's covid.cm/National Lampoon. I'm going to donate $100 today. So now I've made negative $100 from this show. COVID.cm/National Lampoon. Every dollar counts. It really goes to, it's a great cause. We got clapping from our drunken audience in New York. We have a quizzical look from Philadelphia, from Pennsylvania. And Philadelphia, we're going to kick off our final segment. It's called Audience Q&A. It's where the audience gets to ask our wonderful panel, who, by the way, all award winners. They're all Joke of the Night winners. A rare and also frequent occurrence. Jesse, you get to ask us one question. We have to answer it. What is it?
Oh, God. I guess, what have you been doing with all of your spare time?
Ooh, okay. That's a good question. Charles, you want to take it? What have you been doing with all your spare time?
Oh boy, we don't have any kids in this audience, do we?
No, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Let's see. I should own stock in Pornhub. Let's just say that. I should be a silent partner. I've been watching a lot of Ozark. So I think I'm gonna launder money after this is done. Oh, this is one funny thing. This is one thing I've done every night at 7. I start at one end of my block and I just do an ever so light jog to the other end of my block. And I tell myself that I just finished running a marathon as everyone is clapping and banging on pots and pans. It really lifts my spirits. It's just a nice jog, and people know what I'm doing by now because I do it every single night. So now they can't stop clapping, but they have this just discernment and disgust look on their face as they're clapping. It's great.
I do a similar thing. I like to have sex and I time it so that right when I come, everybody claps in the city. And the key is I like to start at 6:58 so I can do it twice. Joke of the week. I don't think I'm allowed to give it to myself.
I give it to myself twice a day, so it's fine.
Caleb, what are you doing with your spare time?
Oh boy, I am mostly avoiding group Zoom chats for friendship purposes, like the fucking, no pun intended, plague. I'm so sick of it. I cannot do it. I can't do 12 people talking over. Also, people you've never talked to in your life are like reaching out. It's insane. People from college being like, "We got to get together," and it's like, "Do we? Get me out of here! I don't want to do it." So I'm avoiding that shit all day.
No, that's serious. Jess, what about you? Other than all the puppy stuff.
Well, so I had a birthday a couple days ago. What is
Happy
time?
Birthday.
Thank you. It was April 29th. I feel like that now. That's like long ago. But my wife, she did a full birthday thing. She really went all out. Like, you guys know the show The Circle is pretty trash on Netflix. It's a reality show pre-pandemic, but they're quarantined. So she did like the opening like of it with the like she'd take the video and then I would get every message I would get was like, The Circle has a message for you. And then I would all kind of circle theme. And I did have a few Zooms. I didn't know who was like going to be there. It was like a surprise party or whatever. And I realized that like my favorite joke, my edgiest joke is Zooming with my friends that all have kids while they're like full-time jobs and homeschooling. And then I just pulled up the puppy and I'm like, you guys, I'm a mom too, so yeah. Hardest job in the world.
How weird is it? So The Circle was such a big hit, but I feel like, could you imagine getting the call saying we'd like you to be a contestant on The Circle after this pandemic thing? And you're like, get no fucking way are you locking me in an apartment for any longer than I need to be. No.
I watched it and I was like, I'd love to do this. And then it's like cut to like 3 weeks later and it's insane. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Brianna, you got a quick question for us?
Yeah. Okay. Fuck, marry, kill. Jason Sudeikis, Siegel, and Bateman.
So they're all Jasons.
Yeah, all Jasons.
Sudeikis, Siegel, and Bateman.
Wait,
I've been watching a lot of Ozark.
No,
Well,
this is important information.
This is very important. This is vitally important.
Can I just say, I was so nervous when Brianna started that question because I thought they were going to say, fuck, marry, kill the other panelists.
Oh,
no. You can't do it because I ruined it. So I was like, Brianna, you are a drama starter.
Well, I would marry Jess so I could get access to that puppy. I'll tell you that.
Easily.
Charles, who is your fuck, marry, kill and all the Jasons?
I'm not gonna lie, I had to look up 2 out of the 3 white Jasons that she just named. So, Siegel, I'd probably fuck. He seems like a handsome fellow. Bateman, I marry because he seems very financially sound. I'm just going off his character on Ozark. And what was the other one?
Sudeikis.
Wait, I have to look up this white Jason.
Hey, aren't they all?
Sudeikis. Which one is he? Oh, I'd kill him just based on his photo that I found.
Perfect. Let's get one more question. Z and Christopher, how are you doing? And I mean that physically. Are you okay?
Physically?
Yeah, we're physically okay.
Okay, good. And what is your question? You can ask us any question.
You got one? You got.
I have a couple questions. Probably none of them
No
matter to
serious
you.
shit.
Yeah.
Question number 1 is, where is Christopher hiding the saxophone?
Well, that is right.
We started this.
Question 2, Z, when is
trying
the computer production?
trying to accept the fact that we were going to be around a lot of funny people. But here's the last question: is this? I love this whole thing. I mean, and I didn't mean to point, but the hat. Where are we going?
They are all wearing hats. I'm the only one who is hatless.
I noticed this. There's hat people, which are nice. Thank all you guys, because we're the dominating people.
Save me, baby. Save me, baby. Yeah, but I mean, at some point.
So my question is, when are the designer face masks going to come out, and what do you think the best one's going to be? Because the stuff that they have out here right now it's horrible. I mean, we need some real designer stuff to wear on the street. At least in New York. I mean, other places I don't know, but
that's a good question. What if you have to wear a face mask with something on it? What would it be?
Oh wow.
I would do like because I don't, people are saying the pandemic's a great equalizer. We know that's not true because it definitely benefits those of us with nice eyes and unremarkable mouths. And so I would put like an Angelina Jolie.
Ooh.
Like the kind of lip. That's what I would want on my mask. Yeah.
That's pretty good. I'm trying to find the photo. I have a mock-up of the kind of mask that I'm looking for. But while I find it, Caleb, what's going to be on your mask?
I have no idea about the mask. I'm sitting here just thinking, if you told me that I was going to spend some time with a couple of accountants, I would not have imagined that Z and Christopher would have showed up. They are too fun. I would wear my mask would have their picture on it.
Yes, that's a fantastic answer. Let's see if I can. I'll show you what my mask would be. Let's see if I can do it. This is requiring a feat of technical wizardry. Actually, while I do it, Charles, what would your mask be?
I'm a whore, so my mask would just be my Instagram handle. It's just like
that's perfect.
Charles McBee. Like that's it.
I like it. Like, what was it? Macy Gray, I think it was.
Oh, at the MTV Awards, I think one time.
Yeah, she just had her own album information on her dress.
On her dress, yeah.
This is what my mask would be. There we go. It would be of my face.
Whoa.
That's the key. Is
and I want
your own face on your face.
Nice.
I love that.
You get joke of the night.
All right. I get joke of the night. I can find it. Joke of the night. Now it's total anarchy. Anybody can give it at any time. I like it. Guys, this has been such a fun panel. This is episode 13, lucky number 13.
Nice.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Everybody who's watching, let's follow Caleb. It's Caleb Says Things. That's on Instagram and Twitter. You want to follow Charles McBee? Oh, Jess Salomon or Charles McBee. There you go. Charles McBee is Twitter and Instagram. It's just his name, Charles McBee. And Jess Salomon, make sure you use the underscore. It's Jess_Salomon. Still easier to type than whatever Elon and Grimes' kid is called. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We really, really, really appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you soon. Have a great weekend, comedy panel.
Thank you.
Bye.
Jess, Charles, and Caleb. What a fantastic time. And a huge thank you to our audience. Let's say thanks to them. We got Z and Christopher, drunk in New York, Philadelphia, still recording that acoustic set. And Brianna in her. I love all of the merch behind her. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much for joining. Give yourself a loud round of applause.
Great.
Thank you guys so much for being in our virtual audience. And if you'd like to join our virtual audience, just email us, office@nationallampoon.com. It's such a fun time, and we would love to have you in. It's super easy. All you need is a smartphone or a computer, and we can get you in here. It's office@nationallampoon.com. Make sure you're donating to the COVID Foundation. That's covid.cm/National Lampoon. Let's do it that way. There we go. /National Lampoon. They're a phenomenal organization. We've been trying to raise money to them for weeks and weeks, and we still need money because there's so much to do because of obviously this crazy pandemic situation. There's still PPE to be provided. There's still the underserved, the homeless. There's a lot of people who still need help, and so every dollar that you donate really goes to a great cause. And that has been our show. We are here every week, National Lampoon Live at 8 p.m. ET or 5 p.m. if you're on the West Coast. My name is Harrison Greenbaum. You can follow me at Harrison Comedy on both Twitter and on the Instagram. A huge thanks to the team that makes this possible. We got Evan and Brendan and Claudia. We have a whole team of interns who have been amazing. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you here next week. Take care, everybody. National Lampoon Live. National Lampoon Live with Harrison Greenbaum.